Okay, so in this video, I'm going to explain to you why learning languages the wrong way can actually make you go through a path which you actually probably won't like, and how to actually avoid it too. So let's go through my presentation, right? So these are my credentials here. If you don't know about them, basically, I have been studying Japanese for 21 months. I'm a Spanish native with 37 months in English. Although I don't really study anymore, to be honest, English. So yeah, you can say that my English got kind of like plateaued, like what, 3 to 6 months ago, more or less. So I will say yeah, more or less like 40 months, something like that. I'm an athlete too. So as an athlete, I actually do consider myself a very disciplined person. Well, maybe not I just enjoy things that people think are disciplined. So I enjoy going to the gym. I enjoy studying for like 6 hours daily in spreadsheets languages. So yeah, I basically think people think that I'm disciplined. No, I just enjoy things that people think are hard, and that's the point I want you and that's the point basically that I want to get onto you, right? These two videos here are basically the proof that I have been learning Japanese. You can check even the date of the video, right? So my mission is just basically remaking all of this fucked up language learning community because I think that people are basically getting addicted to methods of learning a language like TikTok, video games, and anime, right? And so the first point is you can learn languages with video games, and yeah, and it works, and I actually did it. But you have to take care you have to actually take some care about this because there's a problem with this, which is that yeah, this can happen to you. This is one problem. And the other problem is that you basically can get addicted to these methods. So basically, this first problem is that he's been studying and living in Japan for almost 5 years, and he can't have a basic conversation. And if you keep doing the same things and you keep expecting different results, that's basically the definition of being crazy. And this is a phrase that you probably even know by Einstein. We all know this phrase, but we seem to not fucking apply this phrase every day, right? So if you keep doing the same things like watching anime and playing video games for 2 years straight, and you're learning language with it, yeah, you're going to get to like 99% comprehension, but you're not going to be able to speak because we as humans learn to speak by speaking. Literally, there's no other way of speaking. And there's people who say, okay, but like the natural way of babies learning languages is like just pure listening. And in reality, no. Yeah, babies do listen a lot, of course, but they talk probably even more and they get corrected a lot, right? So, for example, let's say that this baby, I don't know, yeah, basically there's this baby who has like, I don't know, 3 months, and then maybe for the first 3 to 6 months, he's been developing, but then after that, he's going to start kind of talking, right? Fucking bird, my god, brother, he's going to start kind of talking, right? And what will happen is that he's going to say something that is kind of wrong, but then his father, the adult, whatever person that is kind of like on that era, will come to the baby and will say, bro, not bro, but like, like, do you understand? Hey, baby, that is bad. You should not say that in that way. And baby, basically, the baby will kind of like correct it, right? And babies do that like, I don't know, 50 times every day or something like that. And that is probably the most important part of being able to talk in a language. And yeah, the second problem is just kind of like getting addicted to that thing. So maybe you get addicted to video games, maybe you get addicted to anime, and then yeah, you're learning a language, but then you're also developing an addiction to these problems, which there's people are right now literally struggling with that addiction for like, I don't know, 3 to 4 to 5 years, and it can basically worsen your life in lots of ways. So yeah, so you need to be these kinds of person. So those who are learning Japanese without necessity, why? Basically, it helps him in his addiction and mental health illness by keeping by basically keeping him distracted and giving him a sense of direction. And there's this other person who is literally addicted to language learning. Literally, he's just thinking about language learning, and that's the only thing that he spends his time doing. And this is actually good. Like being this type of person, I do think that it's actually good and it can actually be healthy for you. I can't. Oh yeah, and it can actually be kind of healthy for you if you are this type of person. Would you do you think that you're healthy if you're this type of person? Like, let's be honest. If you're that type of person, do you think you're healthy? At this point, you're just basically addicted to anime, right? And that is literally stopping you from advancing in life. I don't want to mention anything more, but like, you probably know, right? And so, yeah, like, I do think that this can actually be kind of bad, honestly. So, next point is that no one talks about this, honestly. Like, I have seen no one talking about this, but like, your attention span will get worse if you do anime, if you do video games, and you do drama, and you watch your phone. No one talks about this. And I'm going to tell you a literal story here, which is that basically I have learned, yeah, I have been learning English, right? But for the first 2 years, I didn't talk. And I was learning Japanese with TikTok, video games, and actually anime too. Just like the subtitles in English, but like the audio in Japanese, right? I basically did everything in English that I wanted to do. But like at some point, I noticed that okay, I want to read, right? I want to keep advancing in the language. I want to improve my reading. I want to improve my speaking. But then I notice, oh my god, I don't have the attention span. Why I don't have the attention span? Because I'm learning languages with TikTok. Yeah, if you learn languages with anime or with video games, maybe it can help you. And if you do it the good way, like if you like watch anime for 2 hours without distracting yourself, maybe it actually can help you to like improve your attention span, right? Because you're paying attention to one thing for 3 hours, right? But with TikTok, this is not, this doesn't happen, right? So I honestly, like, I kind of saw this video, like, from Fluency Formula. Like, I don't have anything against the guy, please, okay? I don't have anything against the guy, but like, he basically uploaded a video saying that there's this new method that gets you basically fluent insanely fast using TikTok. And yeah, maybe it gets you, maybe it actually gets you fluent fast. But like, is it worth it to develop a bad attention span that is literally going to worsen all of the other areas on your life just because you want to learn a language? Is it actually worth it? I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it. Even if it gets you like fluent in 6 months, you'll literally find your dopamine system, and in 2 years, in 3 years, you're going to be literally uh, struggling with that addiction, because there's people right now struggling with that addiction, and they can't get out of it. And literally, no one talks about this, and it's literally bullshit, brother. And I think that if you go through this path, uh, and if you want to go through this path of literally becoming a healthy language learner, you need to start doing things like reading more. You need to start watching this type of. You need to start doing this. Honestly, I'm being honest. I do this not because because I think like this spreadsheet thing, this systematic comparable input. I do this first because I think it's efficient, and also because literally there's nothing more healthy than this. There's nothing more healthy than literally watching a spreadsheet and studying from a spreadsheet. There's literally nothing that I think is more healthy. So, the more you use these methods, the less efficient they are. And so, yeah, I'm not against completely using this method of TikTok. TikTok, yeah, I'm completely against TikTok. It doesn't matter what you tell me, I'm completely against TikTok. You shouldn't use TikTok, even if it's just for 1 month. At some point, it will become easy and it will worsen your attention span. Easy enough, right? So I'm not really completely against video games and anime. I actually do have my clients right now. Well, one of them who is addicted to video games and um, very type of shitty content in YouTube. I basically told him, okay, you will do them, you will do them because he's just not able to use it from spreadsheets without really distracting himself, right, himself. But like what I told him is, okay, you're going to keep doing watching those video games, but at least first thing in the morning, you're going to do systematic comprehensible input, and then after that, yeah, you can start doing your video games and shit, right? Because I mean, you want to kind of use your addictions to be able to get out of your addictions. But something that happened to me here with my English in specific, and also happening to me right now with my Japanese, is that content in YouTube, content in anime, is yeah, all of these kinds of stuff, all of the kinds of things became really easy. And so at that point, it's just content consumption, and you're not literally doing anything else. And so, for example, in anime, right now, anime it's super easy. I honestly watch like there's some animes that I watch which are kind of difficult. So, for example, Doctor Stone, I haven't managed to like understand a 99% of an anime episode of Doctor Stone because it has all of this scientific vocabulary. Which I mean, let's be honest, even in my native language, I don't understand all of the things that in this anime, like in this Doctor Stone anime says. And so that's why sometimes I actually do watch that anime. But like when it comes to like I don't know whatever normal anime, it's really easy to understand. And so at that point, it's just content consumption, and you don't want to do things that are content consumption. It's just as simple as that, right? And also, you will run out of them, and this is the worst part. Why? Because if you run out of them, basically you will start trying to watch some type of things that are more weird, and you will get more addicted, and you will get more inside of this rabbit hole, and you will not get out of this, right? So this is very important. So basically this cycle is repeated with every genre, not with every piece of game like game or anime, no, with every genre is repeated. So whenever you finish your uh, Spokon, whenever you finish your shonen, whenever you finish your I don't know seinen, then basically you run out of all of those um genres, and then you only have ecchi. And when you only have ecchi, what do you think you're going to do if you want to keep watching anime? Well, yeah, you're going to watch ecchi, and then the thing gets even worse because now you're not only developing an addiction to anime, now you have an addiction to anime porn, anime fucked up shit, right? Because ecchi is just soft porn, and in some cases, it's literally porn. And yeah, I had an addiction to this thing, and literally, it was difficult to leave this addiction. And that's why I said to you, that's why I basically say to you that you stop doing these things because they are not healthy. They will worsen your language progress, and not even that, they will worsen literally all of the other areas in your life. And so, if you want to know more about this and you want to join the community of language learners, click the first link in the description. Thank you.